Love spells. How bad do we want it? Are they ethical? What ingredients to put? What day to do it? What is the meaning and purpose of everything we put in a love spell? Do you want to talk about it? Do you need to know? Let's do it right now. Hi witches, must be. This is White Raymond over here. Today's Monday, so happy Magic Monday to all of you guys. If you're new to this channel, please make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every week. My name is White Raven and I'm here to teach you some basics in magic, some intermediate magic, and some other stuff that you may want to know, and maybe you're interested if you want to study witchcraft, or if you're interested in becoming a witch. I do this with my utmost respect to the craft, and this is very serious to me. So if you're just stumbling upon my channel just because you're fishing for a witch to do a spell for you, please, I suggest for you to just go to another channel. I do not work for people, and again, I take this very, very, very seriously. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about a love spell. You guys know that I have told you in other videos before, I really love Patti Wigington. When I like an author, I buy all of their books. So needless to say, I have this one from her. She has 365 spells, one spell per day. This is called Daily Spellbook for the Good Witch. I am a very good witch. So I want to share a spell of hers with you guys. And the reason why I'm sharing this particular spell is because I also want to dissect this spell. And I want us to talk about this spell. And I'm going to tell you, if I was doing this for me, what is it that I do before doing my spells. So what are we going to do before we perform a spell? With the power of manifestation comes a lot of responsibility, guys. So the first thing that you have to do before performing this love spell is to be very moral. You do not want to play with people's free will, because I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want anybody playing with your free will. You wouldn't want somebody that you really, really dislike or working some magic on you to keep you attracted to him or to her. That is just completely wrong. So when we're doing love spells, we need to stay away from being selfish and being immoral, unethical, completely unethical. All right, that's the first thing that you have to understand. Another thing that you have to absolutely stay away from is the attitude that I can't. That I can attitude will be completely detrimental for the results of your spell. You need to remember that it's your attitude what's going to drive this spell. That is a very, very, very important. If you're not sure of what you're doing, if you're insecure of what you're doing, you need to stop and not perform the spell. If you feel like you're not being sure and secure of yourself prior to do this spell, it's not the time for you to do this spell, because it's going to yield exactly the same results of your attitude. Last but not least, guys, and this is something that I created a video on, and it's very, very, very important. Just because you do a spell does not mean that it's going to work the way you want it. Just because you perform magic for somebody to stay home with you, to love you, not to leave, etc., does not mean that that is going to happen. Every single spell that you do, every single spell that White Raven does, ultimately I give it to the universe, and it's going to be up to the universe or what's going to happen. Because if this is what the universe wants for you, this is what the universe is going to give you. I suggest for you to watch the video that I did years ago and why magic doesn't work for you. It's a very good video, and it comes from my heart, from the bottom of my heart. Prior to doing any spell, and almost daily, I do a chant that I got from the Silver Raven, the Book of Shadow for the new generation. And it goes something like this. I called you down, oh my great queen, to enter my body and commune with my spirit. Be with me now as I fulfill my destiny and work magic in accordance with your will. This is your daughter, White Raven, coming before you in perfect love and in perfect trust. And this is a chant that I'm going to do every time before I do any spell, guys. Every time. Because ultimately it's going to be up to the universe, because the universe knows what's best for me. So what I'm trying to tell you with this, be open for that frustration that your spell did not work, and be open for changes. If you stay stuck in what you want and you're stubborn in what you want, you will always be fighting the current, and you will slow down your opportunity, your ability to evolve and grow as a human and ultimately as a soul in your spiritual path. Just because this spell don't work for you does not mean magic doesn't work, and does not mean that there's something much better coming your way. All right, so now let's talk about other things that we can add to our spell. What else can we do before we do our spell? How do we prepare to do this spell that is so important to us? So prior to do this spell, you really want to ground and center. Again, if you're feeling depressed, if you don't feel sure about what you're going to do, I suggest for you to sleep. Fall asleep, the following day is a better day. You want to prepare to do your spell. So if you're feeling down, you want to call upon things that cheer you up, that cheer your spirit. That you could be through the process of music, through the process of eating beautiful foods, through the process of taking a walk outside in the woods. You want to do something that lifts your spirit, because that's the energy that you're going to be projecting, and that's the energy that you want to tap on. You want to be positive because you want to make sure that you legit are coming from a good place. And this is again another moment in which you need to be really honest with yourself. Are you really coming from a good place? What you put out there is exactly what you're going to receive. So please make sure that you take this into consideration. The spell that I'm going to share with you today is called Stay With Me spell. And this is for when you are married for a long time, you have a beautiful marriage, and you suddenly realize that your relationship is withering, you guys are like growing apart, you see that you're becoming very distant. So if you really want to save your marriage, your relationship, this is a spell that you want to perform to call back the passion into your life, to call back the fire into your life, to call back that love into your life, and fix everything and make sure that everything becomes what it used to be before, and maybe even better. So what are the things that we can add to this spell if we wanted to? We don't have to, but if we wanted to, you can use the power of the elements. Just make sure that before you call upon any element, you're very precise, because elements go the way you tell them to go. They are forces of nature, right? So they could work good and they could work bad. They do what they do. So please make sure that if you're going to work with the elements and you're going to invoke the help of an element, you are very precise with what you want. If what you think that is lacking in your relationship is communication, so you want to call upon the element of air to help you and assist you with the communication with the person that you love. If to the contrary, what is lacking in your relationship is passion, so maybe you want to call upon the element of fire. Fire to assist you, to help you bring back that passion that you had for your husband, or you guys had for each other. If to the contrary, what you need in your relationship are emotions, you guys are extremely disattached, you have no feelings, you need some emotions, then you want to call upon the element of water. So water can help you out bringing out emotions into your own mind, into your body, into your soul, into your skin. You want to feel those emotions. And last but not least, what you need is grounding, because you guys are all over the place. It seems like you guys are everywhere and not together anymore. You don't feel there's no kind of grounding in your relationship. Then you want to call upon the element of earth to help you and assist you with the grounding. Should you use all this every time you make a spell? No, but if you are able to use it, and if you feel like you're very attached to the elements and you use the forces of the elements to help you with all your spells, this is an additional help that you can call upon your spell. Now, days of the weeks. So the first thing that you need to do is, like, if you want to add, a lot of you guys ask me, wait, Raven, what is a good day for me to do this spell? Well, you may want to know the correspondences of the days of the week. And let me tell you this right now, guys, and this is something that I told you before. You're going to see that a lot of the correspondences for the days, for the colors, for everything, sometimes contradict itself, and sometimes one tradition said one thing and another tradition said another thing. This is what I'm going to tell you. This is my advice to you when you're doing any type of spell. Go with the tradition that relates to your heart more. Go with the tradition that maybe you're used to. Go to the tradition that you know the most. Go to the tradition that you trust the most, or go with the tradition that you just makes more sense to you. You're going to find a lot of different correspondences for the same thing. So don't get frustrated. We're all different. So yeah, you're going to find a lot of things that contradict itself. So go with what relates and resonates in your heart and in your mind. If you want to do the spell that we're going to be doing today, I'm going to be teaching you. I will be doing the spells on a Friday. A Friday is going to be the day that pertains to all type of love. Any love spell you can do on Friday. For the spell that we're doing today, if what you need is passion in your relationship, then I will be doing this on a Tuesday. What you need is more family togetherness, then I will be doing this on a Monday. If what you need is more communication, I will be doing this on a Wednesday. So again, Monday will be for family matters, Tuesday will be for passion, Wednesday will be for communication, Thursday will be for fidelity and loyalty, guys. If you want to do a spell that your husband is being unfaithful, your wife is being unfaithful, it is going to be performed on a Thursday. Thursday is related to loyalty and being faithful. So that is a great day for you to perform any of these particular spells. On Friday, again, is going to be a general thing for spells related to love. Now, Sundays and Saturdays are not my favorite days to do any type of love spells, so I will stay away from doing any love spell from Saturdays and Sundays unless you want to use a specific, for example, phase of the moon. If you want to use the full moon and it happens that the full moon is going to be on a Saturday, but you are more in tune with the phases on the moon rather than the days, then you do the spell when you need to do the spell. So on that same note, if you want to use the phases of the moon in order to do this spell, you want to do this, number one, in a full moon. A full moon is good for any spell. It's a powerful, powerful force out there for us to tap on and utilize for any spells. Otherwise, you want to do this in the waxing on the moon, which is when the moon is growing. We're going to do attraction spells. We're going to be growing again. All these beautiful things are going to happen during the waxing of the moon. So I hope you guys are following me. I'm trying to give you a lot of information. And by all means, if you want to tap the screen and forward this spell 10 seconds at a time, go for it. But I think this is something that you should know before doing not only the spells, but any spells. So let's get on the spell. So for this spell, we're going to need a link. We're going to need a link to the couple. So if this pertains to you and your man, so we're going to use your underwear, and this is nobody's in particular underwears, okay? I just bought this yesterday. Definitely not my underwear. So you're going to use panties, and you want to make sure that this underwear is used. So you want to have yourself in your panties, and you're gonna have his underwears, okay? So that is going to be a tag-log. That is a link. That is a direct representation of the person. That is legit the person's. To that, we're going to add 9 cinnamon sticks. 9. And we're gonna talk about all that. To that, we're going to add 3 yards of red cord. Now, in every yard, there's 3 feet. And we have 3 times 3 equals 9. Let's analyze this. We have the link, we have red, we have the number 3, and we have the number 9. Is this what Patti Wigington was trying to do when she decided to do 9 feet of red cord? Does 9 symbolizes something else? I'm gonna tell you. What about 3? Does 3 symbolizes something else? Yeah, for many of us, it symbolizes triple goddess, and number 3 is a power number, same as number 9, which is the amount of cinnamon sticks we have and the amount of feet that we have in 3 yards. Let's start with cinnamon. What does cinnamon symbolizes in this spell? Cinnamon is fire. Cinnamon is absolutely 100% related to attraction, love, sex, action, energy, passion, to attract love, to attract lust, to attract. So this is an action, very hot element in this spell. So now let's analyze the color red. We have all this big long red cord over here. What does the color red really symbolizes? Passion, action, desire, lust, sex, emotion, vitality, longevity, marriage, relationship, renewal, romance. So you following this? This is extremely linked to the purpose of the spell, to what we want. But why 9? But number 9. But number 9 is here at least twice. Let's see what number 9 symbolizes. It's love. Is healing, is emotions. Number 9 is a very powerful number in witchcraft, guys. It symbolizes completion, fruition, transitions. Like this is done. When you're working not magic, number 9 is like this is done. So mote it be. Number 3 is related with action, with harmony, communication, love, manifestation, success, unity, and so many other things. Now take, guys, trust me when I tell you, and this could also symbolize the entire opposite, but we're gonna focus on what we need to relate these colors and numbers to this spell. All right, so now that we have the symbolism, now that we have the reason of maybe Patti Wigington putting this ingredients into this spell, we're going to perform this spell. So White Raven, what is the spell? Tell us the spell. I need you guys to learn, okay? So I'm being lengthy today and I have talked a lot because I want you to know why are we doing the things we do. I don't want you repeating what I tell you to do. I want you to use your brain and think. Actively think about what you're doing. Smart. I need you to be a smart witch and question everything. Everything. So what are we gonna do? Oh my God, okay. Let's do the spell, guys. So, again, the spell that we have in here today, we're going to need your man's underwear and you're going to need your underwear. We're going to put those two underwears together just like this, guys. This spell is going to be for when your marriage is withering, when your relationship is like dying, when you're cold as ice, when your man is in his word and you are in your word, when you guys are becoming disattached, and chances are this is not gonna end good if we don't stop it right away. So if you want to reignite that fire that in the beginning got you guys crazy about each other, the lust, the sex, the enjoyment, the love, everything, this is the spell that you're going to do for this. You're going to keep your underwear and his underwear just like this, one on top of the other. We are going to put the 9 cinnamon sticks right here, in the center of everything. I've been working with cinnamon a lot lately. I have so much cinnamon in here, guys. So now let's roll this. I know some of you guys are gonna have an issue where to roll this to. Just for the purpose of keeping you guys at ease, I'm gonna roll it towards me, okay? Because you want this good happening towards you. So now you have, I'm gonna fold this like this too. Always towards you if that's what you wanna do, okay? So I'm going to do a little knot in here, guys, with the red cord, just to like make this little bundle here. And now we are going to wrap it around. We're gonna get our cord and we're gonna wrap around our bundle. And this is when you start chanting, guys. I'm getting so many goosebumps right now. I don't even know because this is not for me. But I'm getting a lot of surge of energy when I'm doing this, guys. So I'm sending this to whoever it is that needs it. As long as you're ethical. If you're not ethical, this is not going to you. This is going to that one person that is really needed it right now. I am sharing this energy with you. So we're gonna keep on wrapping our little bundle, thinking about what we want. Once you finish wrapping your bundle, you can do a little knot again so it doesn't come apart. We are going to put this underneath our bed, and you want to keep it there, and you want to think about it every night about reigniting the love between you and your significant other. If to the contrary, you guys decide that it's not going to work out anymore, then you want to undo it and throw it away. Guys, when it comes to love, it's not necessarily just magic. When it comes to love, we really need to put our part. Sometimes we take our loved ones for granted and we start doing our things and we assume they're going to be there forever. I am not here to give you love therapy, but I can tell you right now that many times when our relationship starts withering, it is entirely our fault, because sometimes it has nothing to do with infidelity, sometimes it has nothing to do with a third person, sometimes it has to do that you take your loved one for granted. So you have to do some introspection, regroup, and be very brutally honest with you, and take whatever crap you've been doing, admit it and take it, and reform yourself. Redo yourself. Try to make life better. And I really hope from the bottom of my heart that this spell does not reach you too late. I am sending you all my love. Please make sure to email me, layerofthewitch@yahoo.com, layerofthewitch@yahoo.com. Visit my website, White Raven and Witch's Lair, because chances are you're going to find a blog in there about all the things we talk about today about making spells. This comes for the beautiful book of Patti Wigington, the Daily Spell Book for the Good Witch. I suggest for you to get it. It's super cute, guys, super cute. And you know what? Give me some love. Give me some love. Share it like this. Give me some love. Until next time, witches, stay wicked. Bye.